What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and welcome to How to Tame, a series where I will be covering every tameable dino in Ark, going over the best ways to tame them, going over their abilities / features / roles in Ark. But first, a small disclaimer: all this taming is done on a boosted server, but the taming method is exactly the same that you'd have to use on an official server. But if you're playing on an official server, you should know by now that's going to take you a lot longer to do the taming and a lot longer to go over the resources. But with that out of the way, let's just get to what we're going to be taming today. So we are going to be taming the Yutyrannus, which is going around terrifying all my goddamn tames. Literally terrifying them. So we need to get its attention. We need to knock it out because it is a knockout tame. So in order to knock this out, there are several ways you can do it. Get to a high place where it cannot hit you, because the Yutyrannus does usually spawn with two Carnos at its heels, which it can command to attack you. And my Quetzal has given up. The other way, you can have a tank dino, and I mean a really big dino. It has to be. There we go, it's running off. Because all it's roaring, it does. Gotcha, go down. Okay, there we go, it's down. The other way is to obviously run it into a taming pen. Probably the safest way. Oh, okay. So, once you have got this big beast knocked out, the relation to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is the Yutyrannus. So, like I said, once you've got it knocked out, what do we need to tame it? Well, its preferred kibble is Kentrosaurus kibble, which I've got some right there. And in order to make this kibble, you're going to need two different types of eggs. Okay? I'm going to read out the recipe for you. You're going to need, obviously, Kentrosaurus eggs. You're going to need one ammonite bile, one Hesperornis egg, golden Hesperornis egg, sorry. You need one golden Hesperornis egg, 2 medjool berries, and 3 fibres, which can be cooked in a cooking pot or the industrial cooker. Now I know that is an odd kibble recipe, but it is the one you will need. But if you can't get your hands on any of them items, 2 of them are pretty darn rare. Ammonite bile, which is the ones you get from the sea snails down in the deep ocean. You have to kill and you get the bile for, and the golden Hesperornis eggs, they're not something you usually get your hands on that darn quick. So if you can't get your hands on them, you can't tame the Yutyrannus with other things, obviously. So it is a carnivore, so it will eat any type of meat. But obviously there are different types of meat that it prefers and does more taming efficiency than all the others. So I've got a list for you here, and I'm going to go in order that from best to worst, basically. So first of all, we got raw mutton, then raw prime meat, then cooked lamb chops, then cooked prime meat, then raw prime fish meat, then raw meat, then cooked prime fish meat, then cooked meat, then raw fish meat, then cooked fish meat. So we are just waiting for the Yutyrannus to wakey uppy and be tamed, and then we can go over its abilities / features / roles in Ark. You can't really see its head. So like I said before, this is related to the T-Rex that we have over there. As you can see, it's not a lot like the T-Rex. This is a lot feathery. These are all feathers. It's not fur, as you can tell. These are feathers. It is covered in feathers. No scales. Then it's got a pretty big head like the T-Rex. Some really big, sharp teeth. but the hands are a lot better and they've got really big claws on them. And the Yutyrannus is smaller than the T-Rex as well. So, what's it on? 78%, and it's got to eat one more kibble, and then it should get up, and we should be running around doing everything. So obviously, like I just said, see, my creatures have just gone far and wide because it was scared of the Yutyrannus, which most creatures actually are scared of the Yutyrannus. And I'll tell you why once we go over its like abilities / features and stuff. Where the hell did my Quetzal go? My Quetzal just went flying off somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Oh god. That could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? Did you see that? It's my Quetzal. Did he come back to... I think he came back to attack the Yutyrannus. Okay, really weird. So our Yutyrannus is up. So we can ride it. That means you can get a saddle for it. You unlock the saddle at level 80. Now we're on it. Looking really, really cool. We're going to try and get into some like open area where we've got some more dinos around so I can show you its abilities / features. Let's go. Oh. Let's go to first person. We'll probably see a bit better. Here we go. Out on the shore. We've got some dodos here. So, what is the Yutyrannus good for? Well, it's got two special roars that it can do. So, it is good for troop support. The Yutyrannus Courage Roar temporarily boosts the attack damage of allied dino creatures inflict. Yeah, that didn't quite make any sense, did it? It temporarily boosts the attack damage of allied creatures can inflict. So that means it'll increase the damage that your tribe members' dinos can inflict on other dinos. Okay. It also reduces incoming damage that they take by 40% each. Which is really cool. They are very useful in massive battles or when fighting bosses. You see, look at this. If I can get to show you. Ah, I sent the dodos flying. I thought I saw something flying on my back. So that's the fear roar, this one. As you can see, the little purple stuff makes all sorts of creatures afraid of you. Now just make them run. But the courage roar, well, obviously, it does it to your dinos and it will do it to carnos that are nearby. Okay? But now you cannot constantly use this roar, which is unfortunate, but as we just seen, we have made that Therizino really scared of us and it is running away. So I don't think we got any carnos here. I'm going to increase the movement speed on this so we can get around a bit easier, so I can show you. Okay, I can go up. Sometimes carnos do spawn over here. I really would like to show you if get a Carno or two. So like I said in the beginning, Carnos will usually spawn with the Yutyrannus, and the Yutyrannus will encourage them to attack on the Yutyrannus' behalf. Any Carnos? Please, any Carnos? No. Okay. That's a bit unfortunate. I would have loved to have shown that feature off, especially on the wild creatures, instead of just on your tamed creatures. Not such luck. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Take a poop. And come on. Please. No. Well, that's kind of annoying. I was hoping for a Carno. Is that a normal Equius? It is, isn't it? It's not a unicorn. No, okay. Oh, what the hell? Who the hell knocked you out, Sonny Jim? Oh, cool. So, like I said, the Yutyrannus has two roars. Has the Courage Roar that helps allied dinos inflict more damage and reduces incoming damage as well. But it has Intimidation. The fear-inducing roar of the Yutyrannus also terrifies enemy creatures, even when mounted by a player. This leaves them weak to attack from other animals and players in the tribe. The affected dinos will receive a debuff, increase damage taken and reducing damage done by 50% each. So, let's explain that a bit better, shall we? So, it means that the dino that has had fear infected with it will do less damage to other dinos, but it will also take more damage off other dinos. At full fear, the terrified creature will flee and not respond to commands. Now, if you ever come across a Yutyrannus in the wild and you're on like a Pteranodon or something and it roars, your Pteranodon will flee and you will not be able to control it. This mainly happens to smaller creatures. The fear one usually works with smaller creatures a lot easier. It will only take one roar for smaller creatures, but multiple roars for bigger creatures. So here's the fear one. This is a trike, and that's one roar. And there's two, and now this is in full fear mode, and it just wants to run away. That's all it wants to do. So you do get a little indication above their heads. Let's do it to this. Let's do it to this trike again. Wait, what the hell? Okay, die then. I'm not gonna do it for the frigging mortals, right? Let's do it to this trike. So you see the little circle above their heads, which is red but filled in with purple. If you do it again, that will increase and it'll go into full fear mode. So it basically shows you how much fear that you have to induce in a dino to make it run away. Even raptors get really scared by this roar and will just completely run. Look at that. So the Yutyrannus can also make a really good hunter. Because it has good damage output and the ability to make wild Carnos fight alongside them. When used, the boosting roar on them, which is the courage roar basically, makes the Yutyrannus one of the best prey hunters and a versatile mount in game. Also, the knockback from the roar and the bite makes it unable to be hit by small to mid-sized creatures. I'm going to try and show you the fear run on a Bronto. It's not quite working. See? It will not work on extremely big dinos like the Brontos. The Raw will not. Turtles, yep. It nearly takes one, but it will take a second one to finish it. And there we go. Turtles going for its life, but we're just going to eat it anyway. Because we need the food. But it's really a shame I got no Carnos to show you. But we can go back to base basically and show you what the Courage Raw does as well, because it does come up with an indicator just like the Fear Raw does, and I'm going to show you that indicator once we get there. So here is the cousin. As I said, the T-Rex is a bit bigger. Loads of dinos fucking fled then. So, here we go. Rah! So, now we have got a green circle with yellow filling it, or gold filling it, and it gets this like gold yellow pulse around them. And obviously, the more you do it, the better it will become. This increases the damage, remember, of your dinos, of allied dinos, and reduces incoming damage as well. There we go. So that means they are all ready for attack, and they can do more damage. Really, really cool. Fantastic, actually. I love the glow, to be fair. But apart from that, Immortals, that's about it. It does have a turret mode as well. As you can see here, it says enable courage mode, which means if any wild dinos that pass that may do harm, it will do a courage roar to encourage your dinos. So that means your dinos will take less damage, but will deal more damage as well. Okay? But that is it, Mortals. That is all about To Yutyrannus. I hope you found it informative, and if it helps you out in any way, please don't forget to show that like button. Who is boss? By punching it in the face. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to show that. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Sorry. And actually, I forgot to mention you, Mortals. Next time you will see me, will be on Scorched Earth. For how to tame videos, because we have covered every normal dino that came with the normal maps. We now have to cover the Scorched Earth dinos, and then we'll go on to Ragnarok. So the next time you see me should be on Scorched Earth doing the Scorched Earth how to tame videos. But for the end, don't forget to share it with your family and your friends and around the world. But that is it. I am Mortal T, and I am out.